Hello, it is Dealies here, and welcome to another video. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year, Happy 2018. I hope your holidays and spending time with family or whatever you're doing for your holidays and the festivities was all good and you really enjoyed it. I'm sorry for the break in videos. It's been about a month. This is my last video. I'm just going to go over what the plan for the channel is at the moment. At the moment, my goal is to basically be able to do one video a week. I haven't been able to do videos lately because we moved house. It's been a bit busy. I've started a new job. There was other things that preoccupied my time. At the moment, this is a hobby. And I do enjoy it, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy it. I enjoy games and I enjoy watching other YouTubers and seeing the content that they make. And I enjoy recording it myself and just talking about games or talking about other stuff, but relating it to games somehow. So to make one video a week at least, most videos will be some type of quick impressions, like my What to Expect series, which is on the game, on the player experience, more so than a really detailed review. It kind of gives you an idea if you will like the game, which I think is important because you can have a review that goes over all these things, but even after reading the review, you don't really know whether the game is for you or not. And others will be let's plays. There probably won't be a lot of them. But I'd like to do a couple if the game is really interesting and if it's something that I am able to talk about. Like at the moment, I am not talking over the gameplay because I'm talking over the gameplay, but I'm not doing it live, recording my voice live, because I tend to get distracted with what's going on and there can be a lot of dead air. So I need to get better at that. If it's a really interesting game and I can talk about what's happening in the game. Then it sounds alright. And it depends on the game, and I have a few in mind that will be pretty interesting to watch and talk about. So there'll be a couple of them, but it's mainly going to be impressions videos. There's also another series I'd like to do which focuses on. It'll have like gameplay in the background, but it'll be me talking about a particular subject, and it's mainly to do with things that I've dealt with personally in my life, and a lot of other people will probably deal with things like depression. This is a while ago. I've been over depression for years now, but achieving some type of life balance, which is really, really difficult. Actually, I don't think anyone has a perfect balance in their life, but I'd like to talk about that and just other subjects like that with the game in the background. Sometimes I might be able to link certain subjects with games. So, for instance, Dark Souls is a great example of that. Failure is not a bad thing. It's how you learn, and that's the whole thing behind Dark Souls and why it's so popular. It's just it's about improving and learning and stuff like that. And games can teach us lessons like this as well, which I find really interesting and I'd like to talk about. But anyway, I'll get on to the game that I'm playing at the moment. And one of the games I'm playing, we're playing a lot. We've had a pretty awesome year last year, and 2018 looks like a great year for gaming in general. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, it's going to be awesome. So it's Ghost Recon Wildlands. That's a game I'm playing at the moment. It is a really beautiful open world game. I've got this game on the Xbox One X. Even when on the original Xbox or on the original PlayStation, it's a really good looking game. And obviously if you have PS4 Pro or Xbox One X or a decent computer, it's going to look really, really good. But definitely one of the most beautiful open worlds I've played a game in. It's really well done, very, very detailed, and a lot of it is like kind of empty space, but it is, I don't know, it does add to it. I don't mind it. Like, it's one of those genres of games that if the core gameplay is done well, which in this game it's done really, really well. It's repetitive, but it's just basically base infiltration and marking targets, trying to operate without causing anyone to be alerted and stuff. And when you pull off like an infiltration or whatever, or take out all these guards and no one's alerted and it all runs super smoothly, it's really awesome. And you have your skill trees and stuff as well, so you get different abilities. You have a drone which you use to mark things, and you can upgrade that as well, so you can make it have a longer range, so you can move longer battery life, things like that. But the basic idea is that you're trying to take down the Santa Blanca cartel and take down the head honcho, but you have to get intel. Each province or each area is governed by a certain, I guess, a lieutenant who's under the big boss, and you have to get intel, find out who they are, and take them out. And it's done through a series of missions, and also you can find intel out in the world, and it's actually like it's repetitive, but I mean there is enough flavor in there with the story and with the characters that it does make it interesting enough. But it's just like I said, like if you have a good core gameplay, it doesn't matter how repetitive it is. You can just do it. You can just play it again and again and again and again and again, and that's why I really enjoy this game. I really enjoy this game. I haven't played any multiplayer. I'd like to do another part to this review and just throw some multiplayer gameplay up there. There's apparently a really good PvP mode called Ghost War. I've heard a lot of people on social media raving about that. And the whole campaign is full play co-op, which is awesome. There's no restrictions. It's exactly like it is in single player, but you've got 3 other teammates, which I think would be a lot of fun. So some of the downsides to this game, because I tend to, if I'm really enjoying a game, I tend to skim over the downsides and not talk about it, or the cons. I would say sometimes the AI is a little bit iffy. There's some graphical things with like the enemies like falling through objects, but it doesn't happen very often. Like none of these things happen to the point where it's like noticeable. You have to pay a lot of attention, then you'll kind of see these bugs, and there might be more bugs, but I would have played the game about 30 hours now, and I haven't really encountered many other bugs. It's those few ones that I just mentioned, as well as the repetitive nature of the game, which could be a turn off to some people. But because if you really like this game world and you like the core gameplay and you just like the freedom, that's what I really like about it, is you can do what you want at your own pace. If you don't want to do a certain region or province, you can just fly over to another region. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you at all. You can kind of go and do what you want, which is really cool. So yeah, I would. And the other pro about this game is that it's really cheap. I bought it brand new for $36 Australian, which is a bargain. And yeah, I would definitely recommend picking it up. If you like these open world games and you like that kind of semi-tactical shooter, you can turn it up to more of a military sim if you put the difficulty right up and turn off your certain HUD elements and marking enemies and all that, so you can make it a lot harder. But it can be pretty casual as well. So it does. I do like games that scale like that, which allows you to. It's not automatically really easy, or it's really, really hard, and there's no easy kind of way to play it. Yeah, so definitely recommend picking it up and giving it a go. I'll definitely be doing a second part of this video once I get some multiplayer footage. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.